Hey there, you're tuned in to MEA Worldwide. I'm your host, Elena Jordan, and today we are on the red carpet celebrating the best in NBC comedy. We're going to be talking to the stars of the current NBC lineup, as well as some upcoming shows, so be sure to stay tuned. I am very excited to be standing here with you, Kiran Deol, because you are going to be starring in this new show, Sunnyside, on NBC.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this show, because I know this show is also very topical, and it's not only a comedy, but it's a comedy with a message.
Yes, absolutely. So it's by the creators of The Good Place, Parks and Recreation, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, writers from The Office. So it's an ensemble show where Kal Penn plays a fallen politician who moves in with his much younger, prettier, hotter, cooler, sexier, but really hotter sister who
I
is
wonder who that could be.
more successful, a hand surgeon, because he has nothing anymore, and she's like, yo, get a job, and then he's like, chill, I will. And in the process of trying to do that, which is very hilarious, he meets these immigrants who he starts helping, and that becomes the story engine of the show. So I would say that I'm particularly a bit of the Rashida Jones from Parks and Recreation, kind of the grounding character who gives it some heart and emotion, and it's a wonderful cast of people who are absolutely hilarious, a lot of stand-up comedians.
No, I'm really excited about this show because also about how topical it is too, and about it really touching on the importance of immigration. And you, being someone who was living in Ethiopia up until the age of 18, why do you feel the personal connection to this story in particular, and what do you hope people take from it?
So Hakeem is from Ethiopia, like you say, and he's a heart surgeon back home. So he had a really good life back home, but he gave it up to move to America to, make his dream come true. So now he has to work as a cab driver because he can't get certified until he becomes a citizen to work as a doctor again. That's really relatable to me. I had a good life in Ethiopia. A lot of people don't know this, but Ethiopians, we have help around the house, people to help you clean, help you cook and everything. So when I moved to America, people found out I came from Ethiopia. They're like, it must be so hard for you to move to America. I was like, hell yeah, here I got to do everything by myself. Right? Who's going to do my dishes, right? So I love that I'm playing a character that's authentic and very positive. He's the heart of the group. He makes people laugh, and he loves America, which is like me. I moved here 8 years ago, and I love this country. So I hope that this show shows that, yes, we're immigrants, but at the same time, we're here because we have a dream and we want to make it come true.
We're here with Steven Weber, who plays Stu on the new show, Indebted.
Indebted for NBC.
Now, I have to say, one of my favorite shows growing up was Wings.
Good.
I would watch it with my mom religiously.
Good.
So that was kind of your first big break on NBC. How does it feel now being back on NBC all these years later with Indebted?
Disappointing. Yeah, because I'm older. It's great to be back. It's great to be back at the mothership. And I've spanned the decades, and I've been on a lot of networks, and I'm very happy to be back home.
Hey there, we are here with Gino Seegers, who is in the new comedy from NBC, Perfect Harmony.
You say that so well. Oh my God.
I have to say, if anybody says anything well, it is you, sir. That voice is magic.
Stop it. She working me right now.
I cannot wait to hear you sing throughout this series.
Girl, I'll sing for you right now. Don't talk me to death.
Now, I know that you played Mufasa in both, and not only Australia, but
Yep.
the Chinese and U.S. run.
Yep.
Can we get a little Lion King?
No, I ain't gonna do no Lion King 'cause I don't want to get in trouble. They strong. Disney's strong, but I will do you. Tell me what this is. How'd you like a Cadillac car? Or guess shot on jackpot? How about a date with a Hedy Lamar? You're gonna get it.
Oh my goodness! You were just killing it. I just can't with you.
Fun, I'm having fun. So you started all of this.
No, what I'm most excited about Perfect Harmony, one, of course, incorporating this amazing musical element, but also the idea of having a family comedy that the whole family can watch together.
Oh.
And you're no stranger to kind of things oriented to the younger audience with, Nickelodeon's Night Squad, even though you're kind of a villain in that one. But like a Nickelodeon villain.
The best thing about Perfect Harmony is that my character doesn't die a brutal death. Every character I play seems to get his head chopped off, mutilated. I have a face that looks better mutilated somehow. They just think that blood on my face looks good for something. I don't know what it is. It's like an empty canvas. They want to put blood on there and make me look bad. But now, Dwayne don't die. You know, at least in the scripts that I've gotten, yeah.
We're like, we hope not. We hope we didn't just jinx it,
Yeah,
right?
but hope not. Yeah, maybe.
Perfect Harmony takes a sharp turn.
Yeah, he might get hit by a train or something.
So you, of course, are famous for Pitch Perfect,
Yes.
among many others as
Yes.
well. How was it for you to be able to incorporate your singing background into the show, and how much of the show really focuses on the singing aspect versus the real emotional depth and the family aspect?
That's a great question. You know, whenever I pitch the show, I always like to say that it's a little bit like Parks and Rec meets Sister Act or The Office. It's more of a situational comedy that's all about like the characters and what they're going through and how funny they are with musical elements. That there's not a musical song like every episode. Like we do sing, but it's definitely not like a competition show or anything like that. And it's my character's totally different from the character that I play in Pitch Perfect, which is so exciting to me to play. So, thank you.
Thank you. We're
Have a
so
great
excited
night.
to see it. Thanks. Have a good night. But we are here with Diana Maria Riva, who plays Griselda on the new show Sunnyside, coming to NBC. So tell us a little bit about this character, and because you have such an extensive catalog of incredible characters, how she relates to the work that you've done in the past and how she's a little bit unique.
You know, I've played that tough woman that just sees the light at the end of the tunnel, the finish line, the goal line, whatever you want to call it, and goes for it, and she's that woman. This is different in that she is an immigrant and is starting from a different location, from a different place, and trying to get to that goal, versus some of my other characters who were already steps ahead, miles ahead, whatever. She's that passion and that drive in her is a common trait that I've played before, and I love that about her. But I love that even with all that on her plate, 7 jobs and counting, whatever, she believes this is her destiny. Why not? She's going to work as hard as she needs to get it, and I love that. And still be up on all in your business. So it's.
Now, I wanted to ask you, because we have seen so much from Dina in these extreme moments.
Yeah.
Do you have an all-time favorite Dina moment?
My all-time favorite Dina moment was improvised by me. What a narcissist. It was when Mateo was giving me the makeover in season 1, and he said, "You just need to trust me." And I said, "It's just so hard to trust since my dad left me at that gas station." And that's something that's become canon, which I love. It was just something I said in the moment like a total idiot. And that's the stuff that I love about the show, because we improvise so much on the show that people often ask me, they're like, "Do you watch the show?" And I'm like, I have to watch the show because I have to know what they've used, because then it becomes canon. Like, that's a great example where I was like, okay, we've set it up now. Her father abandoned her as a child. We need to remember this. But that's kind of like the fun thing.
Now, you are such an influential person. I mean, you were literally named one of the 100 most influential people in the world. You were the first Latin woman ever to be nominated in the Best Actress category and won for Ugly Betty. Why was it important for you to use your influence and to use your ability to not only act but co-produce and also direct in Superstore to spread the message of the importance of immigration, equality, all of these important topics that this season really touches on?
Yeah, well, I think what really drew me to the show from the beginning was that it was centered on the lives of everyday people, you know, people who worked to get by and were also part of like a very big, hard to understand system where there weren't a whole lot of winners. And you know, when I read the script, I remember thinking that it had been a really long time since I'd seen a show sort of center on those kinds of people's lives, and that it was an opportunity for there to be an incredibly diverse cast, which meant that, you know, the kinds of issues that would impact these people's lives were also very diverse and varied and real to life. So I saw in Superstore just an opportunity to find real grounded characters that are impacted by what's happening in the world in a funny way.
We have had a phenomenal time tonight talking to the cast of some of NBC's hit comedy shows and upcoming comedy shows. So be sure to check them all out when they hit NBC, and be sure to check out more of our interviews at MEA Worldwide, MEAWW.com.